Happy after Thanksgiving, everyone. I know that this year everyone had a much different Thanksgiving holiday than in years past. But I'm just telling you, just rest assured that God still got us. He still has us. He still has us covered, and we are certainly under the mighty authority of His amazing hand. So happy after Thanksgiving. Hope everything was as well as could be expected, and that each of you who are watching still was able to be thankful for something: health, well-being, and strength. You know, a few days ago, I was traveling in an area that I had only been through one time, and that was a few months ago. But it was just a pass through. But in this particular case, I actually wound up going through it and paying a lot more attention to my surroundings. And it was a little area called Fort Lonesome. Now that is really the name. It was called Fort Lonesome. And you know, I started thinking about that as I made my turn and kind of went through this area and just was kind of looking around, thinking, okay, they got the appropriate name. I realized that on this one stretch of road that it had been quite a few miles before I had even passed a single vehicle. And I think in one sense, from point A to point B, I had only passed about four vehicles, and that was probably in the span of about 10 or 12 miles. I mean, talk about Fort Lonesome. I got to thinking, you know, even though the name on the sign said Fort Lonesome, I really started praying to the Lord and letting him know that even though I'm in a place called Fort Lonesome, that I am not alone, because I knew that God was with me. You know, Psalms 139, verses 7 through 10 says about the God who will not abandon us. It says, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths or in hell, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, and if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there, your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast." You know, loneliness can be a place that the enemy uses to kind of capture us and kind of bogart his way into our spiritual lives. And we don't want Satan to get such a foothold, you know, because what he does is he wants to further isolate you from Christ and further isolate you from the truth of God. But we are so thankful to the God that we serve, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God who makes covenants, the God who keeps his promises, that we have an advocate whose name is Jesus. And Jesus means Emmanuel, also known as God with us. And because we have Jesus, Jesus will come to our rescue. Isn't that wonderful news? You know, one of the things about being lonely is we go through these spells, and while we're lonely, we don't talk to God. And that's a problem. We talk to everybody else, or we look at self-help books, or we look at, you know, Dr. So-and-so on television, and all those things are good, but they should never be the replacement for God. Those things are good, but they're never the replacement for God. And that's our problem. We don't talk to God enough in order for us to see his movement in our lives, his movements in our lives, because it's easier for us to contend with tangible situations rather the invisible and almighty God. That's powerful. Wow, that is powerful. So remember, there's nothing greater than the Creator. Right? Did you hear that? There's nothing or no one greater than the Creator. And he is so powerful, watch this, that God can leave loneliness alone if he chooses, but he will not leave his people. If we go to the very depths of the earth, if we go all the way to heaven, no matter where we are, God's hand will hold us and it will guide us. All we have to do is stay out of Fort Lonesome. Stay away from the city of loneliness. Stay away from the vacation of abandonment, because that's not God. That is of the enemy. So this Saturday, manna, I hope that each of you certainly appreciate. We know that Thanksgiving was a lot different this year, but just saints know that God is still with us. And we have, a lot of us have our health and our strength, our well-being, and the knowledge that God is still God, and he will continue to do what God does. All God is expecting for us to do is what he asks. And so that is this Saturday, manna. We truly hope that you have enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and click the little bell wherever it's at on your screen. Click the little bell to get notifications whenever we post these manna videos. So sometimes they're midweek, sometimes they're end of the week, but they're always manna. Take care and God bless.